I don't know.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
Alright, so this isn't going to be a quick video by any means, but it is some things that we have to address. So there is a recent report in which it's getting around quite a bit that the Spurs are interested in Jeremy Sochan and could trade up for Keegan Murray. But this is the one that I want to focus on. Now, I'll go ahead and start off on the Jeremy Sochan thing really quickly, but this is something that we already know. We already knew that the San Antonio Spurs were interested in him. They've already interviewed him. He even said that everyone there was pretty cool. So overall, yes. Okay. He met Manu, he met Brian Wright and company. So everything is cool there. We know that the Spurs are interested in Sochan. Now, whether or not they'll take him 9th overall, I'm assuming not, but at the same time, sure, they're interested in him. And you know, I love me some Sochan, so I'm not going to focus in on that. But this is the one that's kind of new. Could trade up for Keegan Murray. So how do I feel about this? So first and foremost, the report says here, the Spurs have a lot of young pieces on the perimeter, but I think they need to address their front court. I hate when people give this opinion, okay? Yes, we need to address our front court, but we don't have to do that in the draft. I keep saying that. Whatever, okay? Quality over quantity, okay? I don't care about the guards. Anyways, besides the point, I've also heard they do have interest in Sochan. Yes, we already knew that. That was very open and out there. But he also said that the Spurs are willing, could be a team on the hunt to move up with Keegan Murray being their likely target. I don't know. The way even this is worded is kind of weird. So if we read it all the way through, I also heard earlier today that the Spurs could be a team on the hunt to move up with Keegan Murray being their likely target. I don't know. There's been no indication whatsoever. Everything that we've went through, like during this offseason, I've been looking into so many different things, and it's not as simple like, oh, here's a Google search. Like, no, we've been diving into so much. And I personally have people I talk to as well. So, but I don't know if this is necessarily true. I don't know if this is speculation, but I haven't heard this at all. So everything that we've been through, everything that we've been looking at throughout this entire offseason, so many videos, Keegan Murray hasn't came up, not because I don't want to bring him up, but because there's been nothing about the Spurs being interested in trading up for Keegan Murray. I don't know how legit that is. Now, I will say this. Keegan Murray, I genuinely do like Keegan Murray, like as a player. I think he could become a star. I think that he is already NBA ready, and he's a position that the Spurs have to address. Not only that, I do believe this, okay? I think that if he lands at 9, I think the Spurs take him, because more than likely he will probably be the best player available at that point. But just overall, honestly, everything that I've looked at, I'm not going to go ahead and dismiss this completely, but I will say this. I would take this with a grain of salt because we've looked through so many different things. There is nothing indicating that the Spurs were even remotely super interested in Keegan Murray. Like, nothing. There's been a few players that obviously came up, but Keegan Murray is not one of them. So we'll see, but trading up for Keegan Murray, I personally don't think that's a good idea. I think that he's one of those players that more than likely he will land in that top 5 spot, but there's a lot of unknowns, and he could very well land at 9. And if he does, I'm all for taking him. But yeah, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. I could be wrong, though. Honestly, I could be wrong. Like, maybe they are just interested in him, and he is a likely target, but I don't know. I haven't heard any of that. So, but yeah, anyways, I'll get with you guys later, man. Actually, let me say one more thing, because I do want to add this. One thing that I talked about as well is that a lot of times with these drafts, what teams will do is they will give out like misinformation and make overall the team surrounding them believe that the players that they're going after are a certain archetype. And the Spurs have already kind of put that seed in other teams in which they already believe that the Spurs are going to go after Jalen Duren, and they believe that the Spurs are going to address their front court. I personally don't think that that's the case, because there's so, and we talked about in different videos already, but there's so many other indications that the Spurs are more than likely just going to go with the best player available. And if that's like Dyson Daniels, I think that they're going to take it. I don't necessarily see them going in a direction where they're full on board with the center big position and that's all they're going to address. I do not see that as the case whatsoever, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay. Draft is coming up soon, but I just wanted to add that in there. But yeah, you want to support your boy? Only $2 a month, Patreon, YouTube members, link in the description. Thanks for all the love, guys. I'll give it to you later. Till next time. Deuces.